If you're a person with a Visa or MasterCard logo, you need to hear this. Your payments at stores may be declined because the stores may no longer accept it.
Well, pretty soon, your Visa credit card may no longer be accepted at every store. Visa and MasterCard just reached a $38 billion settlement, allowing stores to decide which credit cards they will accept.
In this video, I'm going to break down the shakeup with Visa and MasterCard logo cards and why your card may be declined and stores may no longer use it. Now, even if the card is accepted, it may cost you a lot more. And I'm going to break down on how you can avoid fees and even the embarrassment of your card being rejected. This channel is designed to help you with your credit journey. So if you like that kind of information, subscribe to the channel and download this free hard inquiry removal package for free. The link is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section.
So the antitrust settlement is between credit cards and merchants over lowering interchange, or these swipe fees, as we commonly call them. And
Yes.
that is the fee applied every time a consumer uses a card at the store. How will this impact the consumer?
Yeah, so consumers are often used to going to the store and not having to think about what it costs the merchant that you are shopping at to actually process that fee. And so with this settlement, this makes checkout a little bit more complicated in that merchants can now say, hey, we can charge you a surcharge for using a credit card. And not only that, you may end up having to pay different surcharges depending on which cards you use, because some cards cost more to process than others.
Now, if things wasn't expensive enough, there has been a lawsuit in the works for over 30 years between Visa and MasterCard. And this lawsuit tied up merchants where if they actually accepted one, they had to accept the other. But that has changed because they have made a settlement. And now all those fees they were passing on to merchants can now decide to reject taking either or. And with these, what is happening, the merchant can pass on the cost to you. And this is happening right before peak shopping season, the holidays. So if credit cards is not expensive enough with the interest, it can get even more because the merchant can now charge you more processing fees depending on which credit card you're using. And this can get even more costly with the already high cost of living and inflation going on in the US.
Yeah, I mean, look, even if it's a very teeny tiny percentage point for families who are pinching pennies, I mean, this really could add up. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, teeny tiny. I mean, 2.34% is actually, in my opinion, not that teeny tiny. The average American household is holding about $6,400 of credit card debt, and the average interest rate on credit cards are 25% right now. So adding an extra 2, 3, 4% can make a really big difference, like you said, especially for families who are living paycheck to paycheck.
Now, with some credit cards, they are more premium cards with higher reward points. And what the banks have been doing and credit card companies is actually paying for those rewards on the merchant's dime by making them pay higher costs for processing those cards that they are the ones that's issuing. So the merchant has been picking up this cost, and this is not even benefiting the merchant. So, for instance, I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which is one of their top tier cards. And this is a Visa Infinite card. So with these cards, it starts at a limit of being said at $10,000 and up. But Sapphire Rewards cards has been getting their credit limits cut, and they even went up on the annual fee, which was already expensive. This is because they knew this change was coming down the pipe. So those with logos of Infinite with Visa or Signature are higher tier cards. And with MasterCard, when you see World Class, those are higher tier cards, and merchants are paying more to process those credit cards. But now that cost is going to be passed on to the consumer. And the merchant may also, with other cards that's not in that category, choose to pass on that processing fee to me and you. And this is going to add more cost to everyday Americans.
What is your best advice? I mean, not very many people carry much cash anymore.
I would agree. I don't carry much cash myself. I have two credit cards myself personally. One is a more basic card and one is a more premium card. And so as these changes roll out, I highly recommend for folks to check with their most frequently shopped locations and make sure that you understand what the surcharges are going to be for the different types of cards that you use. I would also recommend that folks really, especially for the holidays, if you can use your debit card wherever possible, because this settlement isn't necessarily affecting debit cards, not only does that help your local merchants save on those fees, and likely you might be able to avoid some of these fees, but also it might help you stay on track with not overspending for the holidays.
Yeah, great point. I mean, if you did carry cash and put it in an envelope or something and just carry that around and use it, you're not going to end up spending money that you don't have. And we know these credit card companies can often, they often get accused anyway of preying on young people who, probably haven't come to see somebody like you yet.
Now, one of their suggestions is to avoid these fees is to use cash. But one thing that has taken place in the United States is the discontinuation of the penny. And you have a lot of merchants that really don't even want you to use cash because they can't give you back the exact change. And some of them are rounding up or rounding down. So when they round up, a lot of them are complaining because it increased their IRS tax obligation because it's looking like they're making more money than they're really receiving. But if they round down, they're passing that cost on to you. And either way that goes, you're talking about the cost is being ditched off to someone else. And everyday Americans are already struggling. So that's making it more expensive for you at the grocery stores and everywhere you go. If some of these merchants are rounding down, making you pick up the cost. Now add these processing fees that they're passing on to us, and that's making even more of an expense. Now, one of the ways to bypass it is to use your debit card. That can be an option.
Yes, and I would say that this is not all bad. It may be something that the consumers will be frustrated about, but I think over time we will sort this out like we do other things. But as a small business owner myself, I think that this is in fact helpful for merchants to be able to be more discretionary, because before they had to accept all credit cards and now they can have some choice. But I will say it's going to be a tough road for merchants as well, because they're going to have to decide between passing on that surcharge or still continuing to eat the cost or varying those. So, it's tough for the merchants as well, but I think the consumers, we can find ways to still save money.
Yeah, but I also wonder if mom and pop shops are going to start doing things, that the consumer doesn't mind doing, like Venmo or Zelle, or, there are other ways.
Now, the down part of using your debit card everywhere, the debit card is like instant cash. So when you process your debit card, the money comes immediately out of your account. But with all this fraud with skimmers and other scammers finding every way to get your information and steal your money, with debit cards, it opens you up with a lot of liability to get your bank accounts drained if one of these skimmers in these processing machines you run across, because they can withdraw all the money out of your account. With using credit cards, it takes a while for that payment to go out and process, like 10 days. And so if any fraud take place, you can call your credit card company and stop the payment. But with debit cards, you can't do that. So that's going to open up people to a lot of liability one way or the other. But one option with my elite credit system, we use Smart Credit as our score provider, and they give you $1 million worth of fraud protection, not only for you, but also to cover those in your household. And with Money Manager, it will give you alerts if your accounts are being compromised. And additionally, with my elite credit system, users like Greg was able to remove a collection within 12 days. So if you want that product or need my help, you can click the link in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. But with us moving to the holiday season, you may want to really ask these questions of the merchants that you are shopping with, because all in all, if they charge you more of a processing fee, then that makes the cost of the item you're buying more. So with all this going on in the economy right now, people really can't afford to add on even more higher costs, with inflation being so high, affecting your cost of living. So you may really want to look at your receipts and really strategize on your spending for the holidays, and really tighten up your wallets to prevent you from spending extra money on a product that, if you strategize better, you could have paid cash to get it at a cheaper amount than paying with a Visa or MasterCard logo card. And you want to really focus on what you can save, because things, either way you slice it, with these processing fees, look to get even a little more expensive. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section. More detailed questions from me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.